Hey everyone, welcome back to another Animal Crossing stream. It is so good to be back. It has been a very long time. We got started in the semester and it's been rolling. The semester's been super crazy this year, so I'm at a couple different sites doing clinical work, and then I have schoolwork, and I'm also an adjunct professor, so there's been a lot of different things and moving parts in my life right now. But I'm so glad to be back on stream and continue our journey on here. My schedule will be changing. I'm going to upload that in the Discord either tonight or tomorrow morning and try to make room for stream throughout the week. But we'll work around that a little bit with the new schedule that's come in. But it's so good to be back and see you guys here. We have some changes to the island that I'm going to show you guys before we get into it. But I'm just going to do a laid back, cozy stream today with some Animal Crossing builds. We may get into some other nostalgic gaming if we have time, but it might be a little bit of a short stream today. Just catching up and getting back into the swing of things. So let's get into it. I'm going to show you guys what we did last time. Oh, let's change the follower goal. We actually got some more followers, you guys, in our downtime when we weren't streaming. So we're actually up to 86 now, which is crazy to think that we've gotten that many followers over this span of time. And I'm so grateful for all of your all's support and helping us get there. Okay, so we're now at 86. That's so crazy to me. Let's see. I think I'm going to make the goal 90. If we could get to 90 by the end of the night, that'd be so cool. But I'm going to humble myself a little bit. We're going to do until the end of the month. If we can make it to 90 by the end of the month, I think that's a pretty big goal for us. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to fix the title of this. Okay, it should be fixed. We are almost there. We're just 4 away from hitting that follower goal. So if you like the stream, if you're having fun, share it with your friends and family. Let them know how much fun we have over here, and support the stream if you can. Okay, folks, we are going to go. Let's go up front here. I'll show you the latest changes that we've had. Okay, so there used to be a big mountain here. It is no longer here anymore. I just felt like it wasn't fitting the idea of what I wanted to do with this space, and it felt very crowded with the back street there, so that is gone. I also had to figure out, okay, we've got the actual train station, which is Shane's house, the character on here. So how are we gonna make this like a seamless transition and still keep the castle wall and everything that I'd built up there? So you can see there's some changes. It's not quite like how it used to be, but the house is actually back there. So that's something that I worked on in the downtime to get ready for this transition, so that when you walk through here, the only thing that drives me nuts is that it doesn't line up perfectly. And I tried it every single way that I could, but the way this house is shaped, this is the only way it would go. But I was able to create a path. You can still kind of see it back there, and also do the medieval wall, like the castle wall behind the house, to kind of close it all in, like it's its own separate little courtyard. So that's what we did to make that work. And then you can access the train station right here. So yeah, that is what we have done so far. Not really any big changes other than that I can show you guys. As far as getting the villager homes set up and in order, that is underway currently. So I've got some houses done over here. I've worked on a few villager home interiors as well, but nothing crazy. Meringue, we are not gonna do that right now. Love Meringue, wish she could come over, but we've got big things going on. Okay, so I'm just kind of like setting them up in order in a grid. And then what I really want to do, what I've been wanting to do for like a month now, is to start working on the farm area, which I think is going to be our next big build. I'm also tearing down. I always like start an idea and I'm like, ooh, this is going to be great, and then I end up not liking it. So I'm also going to be tearing down all of these brick stairwells and brick bridges. I found that I really like the wooden version better, so that's what we're gonna do. In the process of trying to do all these other little things. So let's see, I'll show you guys what the wood bridges look like. That was my latest task that I was able to do on here. This one is still being built, so instead of the brick, we've got this. And I like this version a little bit better, honestly, just because the brick doesn't really match this clay color. It's kind of like a reddish, brownish color, whereas this is like a really bright, vibrant orange, and then it's got the terracotta on the actual step. So I feel like I'm going to make all of this wood, and that way it can also transition well between seasons. So like when I end up changing all of the path codes for winter, which we're going to do a total island redecoration for winter, which shouldn't take too much work, just getting out Christmas trees and things like that, different winter decorations, and changing some path codes by overwriting them. It should transition more easily if it's this neutral wood color compared to the brick, so that's what we're gonna do. And then who knows, maybe in a month I'll be tearing that down too, because I am a perfectionist on this game. But hey, it's what it's all about, right? Is having fun and building an island that's going to be perfect for you. So let's actually, I want to grab my slingshot. I can't remember what the green balloons have in them, but I know I want to try to see if there's any goodies in there. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, my pockets are full. I am not surprised. The fashion stage has also been torn down, you guys, as we start to make way for the new farm area. So it was here, and I was thinking, like, how do I want to transition this? How are we going to take this road section that we have here where everything is perfectly parallel and even and transition this into a farm? So I think I'm going to keep some elements of what we did from the stream where we had the fashion show and the catwalk and everything. But I thought, what if we put a river there to divide these sections, and then we'll have a bridge taking us over into the farm with a forest on either side. And that's kind of the setup that I have going on here a little bit. So trying to like transition it from urban to rural is kind of a challenging task. But that's what we're working on. So as I'm looking at this, I need to think about like where this river is going to connect. Like, how are we going to get this river to connect to the river that already exists on the island? I can start it from one of these cliffs, which all of this is probably going to change as well. And oh my gosh, do we have so many flowers to dig up, which, by the way, you guys, if anybody wants to come on my island and help me get rid of some of these flowers, you guys are more than welcome to do that. And keep them for your own island to decorate. I have a lot of plants to get rid of. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it like that for now. I also realized the other day I've decorated a lot more villager homes than I had remembered. Like, I had no idea I had Eloise's done. So we had actually accomplished a lot more in the last stream address build than I had recalled. So I'm thinking, like, do we want the river to run behind this? I also thought about extending the museum out a little bit and having an overlook behind the museum where there's like a little cafe and like tables and things set up, and then you can see the river from there. We may do that, actually. I think that would be a cute idea. Yes, let's get Island Designer out. I don't know, I don't think I can demolish anything while stuff is being built, so we're probably going to have to do a lot of time traveling. I also want to go ahead and get these other villager homes up in the spot that they need to be as well, which would be right here. Thinking I need to grab a trash can to start digging up some of these flowers. So let's go ahead and do that. Because I don't think I can even do any waterscaping without getting some of those flowers out of the way. The flower situation just got out of control with all the time traveling I've been doing lately. Okay. And we may have to go ahead, I hate to do this because I just dug up all of these trees, but we may need to go ahead and like get rid of some of these. Just to get them out of the way. I also want to start planting some saplings so that we can like have different variations of trees. I think that would be cool. Do I have to have my shovel? Is that what it is? Okay, let me plant stuff. Okay. Just randomly putting them down for now. All this is gonna change. Okay. Let's grab this trash can. This is going to be a job to dig up these flowers. I'm pretty happy with how this came together. I just wish it all lined up, but that is the story of Animal Crossing. I feel like nothing really lines up perfectly in this game, which is so frustrating. There's a couple of items like there's a campfire item that does not line up at all. And I'm like, is that done intentionally? Surely not, though. And I do need to go back to the other side to count how many squares I need for this. I think I was building them, excuse me, I think I was building them in like an 8x8 block. But the cliffs are a little bit different because the houses can't sit right on the cliffs, if I remember correctly. So as soon as we dig these up, we're going to throw these flowers away and then we'll run over there to count to see how many spaces we need to get this job done. Oh, it's lagging really bad. I think I need a new capture card is what I need, because this one is not, it's not giving me everything I need to get the job done. Okay, let's put our trash can here, wherever it may be. Looks like I already got a manhole cover down. Wait, I cannot see what that is actually. Okay. I'm like almost certain it was an 8x8. Sorry guys. I have been grooming my dog today, which always stirs up some allergies for me because she has got a lot of fur and dander, and every time I go to brush her, there's just like an entire another dog comes off of her in terms of like the amount of hair that I get off of this girl. So it's got my sinuses acting up right now. Okay, friends, we needed to check. Oh my gosh, just looking at this. What a mess. I'm gonna have to go back and clean up. That is gonna be a mess. Okay. Gosh, guys, I'm so sorry. Let's see. Okay. It's easier to count from the sides, so I'm gonna go over here. I know I've got the width right. I just need to check as far as these spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is it 9? I'm having a hard time telling because of the lag. Let me just count my screen. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it's 8. Am I just counting that extra piece of sidewalk? Yeah, no, it's 8. It's an 8x8. Okay, so far we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to do 3 more rows. So yeah, I'm thinking about taking this river, doing like an overlook for the museum, and then running it back. So like there's like a little cafe area behind there, and then you can like look out over the overlook and see the river is the goal. And maybe have some kind of perspective build view there. I don't know. I've seen a lot of people, including Elena, whose dream address that we toured, and Crossing Tim, whose dream address we toured in some of our previous streams. If you want to check those out, they're either up on Twitch or uploaded to YouTube, which is where all the videos inevitably end up. And they use those doll houses to create a really cool perspective, like city build, where it looks like a small like residential area in the background, which might be cool to add there just as like a view from the overlook. Okay, so we need to do 3 more rows and go ahead and fill this in. As I was thinking about it, the more stuff I tear down, the more room I realize we have to do extra builds, because most of my stuff I'm not going to be recreating on this island that I had previously, which is kind of crazy to think about. It's going to be like a completely new thing, so I'm trying to come up with things that I want to include. Obviously, the campsite and the farm is going to be a huge part of the build. But I need some ideas. I need other ideas about what we can do. A lot of my other previous builds also had a lot of design codes, like the Panera Bread and the Blockbuster, that we don't have any longer, so we'll definitely need to come up with like some new ideas that aren't going to take up design code space. So if you have ideas, drop them in the chat, send me a message, let me know. The Discord is a really good idea or really good place where we can connect for like inspiration for builds and stuff. Okay, let me get rid of these extra flowers. I'm really just gonna dig up what I have to for now. Okay. Let's go ahead and lay the sidewalk down. That'll also help me count how many spaces I have. Alright, so over here we got 1, 2, 3 down, 4, 5, 6. Did I count wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we've got to do 2 more spots. I did count wrong. I think the cliffs look deceptively... Oof, that really cuts into the river space. I'm gonna have to make the river kind of wind back and then come around into this new build. Which is fun. Or, you know, we don't have to put these houses back here, but I kind of wanted to copy the other side in the same style. Okay. Let's just continue. I mean, technically, Non would be here. So, let's go ahead and build the cliff back that far. That's crazy. I didn't think it would go back that far when I had it planned out. I'm kind of like, should I use this much space for all the villager homes? I mean, this is like a lot of island space. They have to go somewhere though. Once we're done with this, so I have 4x4 sections of villager homes that are going to be set up. That's going to leave me with an additional 2 villager homes plus my own. I'm thinking about putting them like in the farm area. And I'm wondering, like, who do I want, like, living over there in the farm side of it? Like, I was thinking Tipper because she's a cow. I think that would be really cute. So I might leave Tippers out. I don't know who we should move next, though. Let's look at our map and see who we've got. Okay, so we've obviously got me, but then we've got Pecan. She's settled. Meringue. Okay, so Eloise, Tipper, I'm thinking needs to stay where she's at for the farm. Eloise needs to move. I'll probably move Eloise next. We've got Audie, Kit, which is going to be Maple as soon as I get the opportunity to get rid of her. Agnes is settled. We've got Fauna that is set. Henry's set. And Molly. Okay. I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and move Kit and Eloise. I don't know. Do I want Maple to be on the farm? That would be cute because she's a little bear. Part of me's thinking Tipper and Molly would be good. Let's go ahead and move Eloise because we know for sure she's going to be over here. I'm just thinking, like, which of my villagers are more of like an urban type? Like Henry and Audie for sure. And which of them are more like, oh, I could see them living on a farm, you know? So as I'm counting this, I'm going to be making sure that it is a 6x6 space. Or I'm sorry, a 6x8 space. Pretty sure is what it is. And I used this border for the other homes. Oh wait, what's going on? I just feel like this is too long. Like, did I count wrong? This doesn't look right to me. It looks way too long. Maybe it's because I don't have the hedges up there yet. It's one of those things you gotta see it through. Trust the process. I was struggling with this for a long time off stream on the other side of the island trying to make it all look right. And I was like, is this right? Is this the right amount of space for the villager home? But then as soon as I got all the details in there, it looked fine. Sometimes you really gotta trust the process on these builds. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Shit, did I do that right? I'll have to count the other side. It just feels way too long. Let me try this side. But remember, it's also going to have the hedges there too. So, okay, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then that would be 8. Okay, we're gonna try it. I hope you guys are having an amazing Friday and starting to your weekend. I know I'm glad that it's Friday. I have so much documentation and work to catch up on this weekend, unfortunately, but I'm really glad the weekend is here so I can be home with my family. I'm just gonna do some checks really quick, guys. I want to make sure stream is up and running fine. Why does it not look like it's running? Guys, are we live? I think I need to restart the stream, you guys. I don't even think that we are live currently. At least I can't see that on my end.